I'm telling you this in big, bold, 48 points, black, our naiveness. We wrote a 2.5-page complaint exactly listing down what was being asked of us, this 2% thing, which officer, etc., and submitted a letter in writing. Think that things will improve. Things just turned totally upside down. Even the sympathetic officers of the administration, who were otherwise nice to us, turned against us. So I want you guys to understand from this experience, from our experience, you cannot be Arvind Kejriwal and run a business. If you want to be Arvind Kejriwal, leave everything. It's not a fan, or I'm just using it as a metaphor. It's not about promoting or if you want to be Anna Hazare, leave Arvind Kejriwal. If you want to be Anna Hazare, be Anna Hazare. You cannot be a entrepreneur and be Anna Hazare. It doesn't work. Second. Third, when you get caught in media onslaught, nothing matters in India. If you get caught, truth just doesn't matter. I'll give you one example. So, you know, people keep doing mistakes in their lives. So one stupid mistake I did was, I said, I want to do something for my state, and the previous Chief Minister of Kerala invited me to be his economic advisor. I said, I can do something positive for the state, and I went and joined. Few months, 14 months later, when the Chief Minister went in the crossfire, I got caught, and the first thing the media kept saying was that I was 10th standard fail being the economic advisor. Nobody bothered to check what my academic credentials were. Last, investigative agencies. Only paperwork will save you if you get caught in bureaucrats' crossfire. Proper paperwork, filing, exchange of written information with government is the only thing that will save you when you deal with government in India across states. I just wanted to mention this because most of you advise entrepreneurs. Now, moving forward, what is the next for us? We have transported 6 million patients. We have 2,000 plus ambulances, 9,000 plus employees. We have the blue chip investors. The world's largest ambulance companies are investor. We are the largest ambulance company in the developing world. What next? We looked at the world. I'll just come back to this. 90% of the world population living in the developing countries, including India, all of South America, all of Africa, almost all of Asia, do not have access to timely emergency medical response, which means more people die from lack of timely care than from AIDS, malaria, and TB combined. But 95% of funding goes towards infectious diseases simply because of the fear that infectious diseases can get out of control. So what can we do? We started studying the world of mobile apps and the strength of cloud platform. And what we saw was that there are several attempts to build apps in this space, and emergency apps, assistance app, and personal apps have failed. This has failed because a mobile app to succeed needs continuous engagement. You know, I mean, you download an app and doesn't use it, it goes off your memory. You don't remember it. Whereas when you use WhatsApp 10 times a day, or Uber 3 times a week, or an Ola, Kareem here, few times a week, you remember this. And emergencies only happen once in a while. So what do we do? So we have been working with Harvard, Stanford, and MIT on addressing this. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to address this larger picture. That is, put together all the emergency and urgent needs that a person faces in medical response, in personal safety, roadside assistance, travel assistance, be it in airports, train stations, bus stations, emergency evacuation, etc., under one umbrella, so that this one service becomes your go-to service when you or your loved one needs support anywhere in the world. Now, how are we doing it? We are building through the cloud platform, starting to build a network of first responders who are validated. This may not be doctors, nurses, EMTs. It could be somebody just trained in first aid, but somebody to help you when you need that help. The app is this is just a it is in testing mode. How it works is you tap the button, we alert the responders. It may be 5 kilometers. In Mumbai, it might be 2 kilometers, because 5 kilometers, it will take 20 minutes for somebody to turn up. In Dubai, it might be 600 meters. Depending on that, we get help from the nearest first responder. We also inform the person's trusted network and share geolocation and provide a communication platform. We are building it in the business model where care is delivered at the site with subsequent follow-up, including an ambulance transport if required, taken care by whoever is responding. We are building in all the other features to make it happen. In 2004, we started with this dream to build the largest emergency ambulance company in the developing world. It took us 10 years to do that. Our dream today is to make emergency response available to anyone, anytime, anywhere in the world, whoever has a mobile phone by 2020. We might fail, but it will not be for want of trying. We will keep at it. We will, like Arunima said, like Rahul said, we have still not reached the line of sight of the summit, but we are on the way to the summit. We have done 2 pilots in Punjab, India. We are doing 100 plus, we have enrolled 100 plus hospital emergency room, 340 ambulances, 1500 responders. We have 17,000 app downloads. We have 1 to 10 transactions per day. And the revenue is growing roughly 50% month on month. Now, it's from somebody having a sprain, somebody's grandfather, suddenly waking up and coughing non-stop. And Punjab, obviously, you all know that has an expat population in almost, or an expat member in almost every second family. So they are used to data and use of apps. We seem to be seeing the first traction of this network. Second pilot is in Mexico, which is with Red Cross. Red Cross has 555 branches and 40,000 volunteers. We are becoming the communication platform for Red Cross. Now that is going to be our biggest strength. So learning from our experience, we have 2 sets of partners now. We have 3 investors. American Medical Response, US's largest ambulance company, who has 10,000 plus ambulances and 50,000 plus nurses, EMTs and paramedics in US. Falck, which is Europe's #1 and world's second largest ambulance company, 1,000 plus ambulances and 12,000 nurses, EMTs and paramedics, and ZHL, my previous venture in India. We are trying to bring all of them onto the same network, along with Red Cross. You wouldn't believe it, Red Cross has 160,000 physical offices across the world. I don't know how many of you even know that. They are present physically in 160,000 locations. They have 17 million volunteers, that is 1 crore 70 lakhs volunteers, registered volunteers whom Red Cross knows. This is Shafi, this is Rajiv, this is Thomas, this is Tom, etc. and what their background is. we are bringing, emergency network is bringing this network also onto the platform. With this, we believe that we should be able to build this network out. We have taken a slightly different track from the ambulance company who partnered governments in scaling it up. We are partnering global bodies, World Health Organization, World Economic Forum, UNDP, Red Cross, etc., and the top universities to build this out. We have been winning along the way few competitions, which is helping us, and we now have 40 employees spread over 5 offices: San Francisco, Mumbai, Delhi, Chandigarh, and Dubai. And yesterday we got confirmation that government of Dubai has just selected emergency to be the health innovation partner in the Health Innovation Week, to see that whether this pilot can be done, bringing all the medical personnel in Dubai on the network, starting with the ambulance personnel. So you have to understand, so Dubai ambulance has around 100 ambulances. Average response time is 8 to 12 minutes. His Excellency, the ruler of Dubai, wants to bring that time, response time, to less than 4 minutes. When you look at it, you might think that it's just reducing the time by half, but the cost, both capex and opex, required is hockey stick. They need to multiply the infrastructure 4 times, both in capital expenditure and opex, to do that. But whereas if you do this emergency network, where we are using unused resources to respond, the cost will be very low. So this is what we are trying to do. This is what we wanted to communicate to you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. It's been an honor being here and talking to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Safi, for sharing excellent knowledge and experience on social entrepreneurship. Now I would like to call upon our committee member, Mr. Rajiv Datar, to hand over a memento.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Now, before going out for a lunch, I would like to remind all of you that we have excellent early bird gifts for 3, and then post lunch session is we have another technical